Today we're going to talk about one thing that I think is missing when we fail to meet our goals, and we're going to break down a tool that I made to help us overcome this problem. Hey there, Rochelle here. I'm a certified pole fitness instructor here at Stir University. Everybody knows what it feels like to fail, and it sucks, but really failure just means that we took some sort of action and we should be proud. And did we really fail if we learned something? The one thing that I think is extremely important and oftentimes missing when we fail to meet our goals is a way to document our progress in a way that keeps us organized and motivated. It doesn't matter what types of goals you're setting. It could be fitness, it could be financial, occupational, relationship goals. I forget who said it. What doesn't get measured doesn't get improved, or what gets measured gets improved. And that's so true, especially in a goal setting. This template works for my students. I'm confident it's gonna work for you, and I'm curious how you make it your own. You do not have to be interested in pole fitness. You just have to have a goal or want to have a goal. You don't even have to know where to start. Download your free printable template to follow along. There are also custom handmade versions available for purchase as well. There is a little page of directions, but we're gonna go a little bit more in depth in this video on how to use each section. Step 1 of the template is the brainstorming section. This section is perfect for if you kind of just feel like you're floating around, letting life happen to you versus feeling like an active participant, or you're just not sure what to work on. The brainstorming section of this template is based on the dimensions of wellness. This is gonna help you kind of brain dump, and then from there you're gonna be able to pick and choose 1 to 2 things that you wanna prioritize. You're not trying to do everything here, you're just brain dumping, and then you're just gonna pick a couple things. You know, eventually you might add a few things or change a few things, but for now we're just gonna pick 1 to 2 things to work on. Up at the top we've got emotional, next we have intellectual, physical, and spiritual as the dimensions of wellness. You could set a 3-minute timer if you want, or you can really dive into it and nerd out if you want. If you already know exactly what you want to work on, you can certainly skip this step, but it is fun to kind of do and see what you come up with. Step number 2, we're gonna set some goals. So from our brainstorming session, you're gonna pick 1 to 2 things that you wanna prioritize on right now. Don't overdo it. If you take a look at the goal setting page, it says what habits or rituals support your goal. That center tile is your main goal, and then I'd like you to choose 2 to 3 habits that support your goal, that are gonna help you reach your goal. So the idea behind this is you're taking the idea of the big giant goal and you're breaking it down into small bite-sized pieces. For example, let's say we're trying to lose blank many pounds by blank many weeks. You want it to be measurable, make sure you're putting in a time restraint, but you can apply almost any goal to this exercise. So let's say we want to lose blank pounds by blank weeks. To do that, we want to break that down into something a little bit more digestible. So right now we've got this big, daunting, scary goal. How do we make it a little bit more manageable? Well, we could break it down into 2 or 3 habits that we could take action on. So what would 3 habits be that would assist us in that goal? Well, we could make a goal to drink more water. So I would put that in as a habit, and then be active for at least 30 minutes a day. And my 3rd habit, how about we food prep once a week? That way we're making sure we're getting the right calories and nutrients. So food prepping makes our life easier. That's just an example. You could come up with different habits that suit what you're looking for, but just for example. So we're breaking down our big scary weight loss goal into, we're just gonna drink more water, we're gonna be active for at least 30 minutes, and we're gonna food prep once a week. So now that we have our main goal, and you can kind of go through the questions here as well. What are the side effects of meeting this goal? For weight loss, I feel like there's lots of side effects for meeting a goal. Obviously, you're living a healthier lifestyle. Hopefully your self-esteem is improved if that was affected. Are there any obstacles? Usually obstacles of weight loss are motivation, time restraints, things like that, and solutions, so that we're trying to get out of our way ahead of time, if you know what I mean. Like food prep. If we lack the motivation and we're not gonna get that healthy meal in later on in the week when we're busy, food prepping is like the lazy person's like best friend to having a healthy meal and staying on track. In this bottom section, you're just gonna put a pause on because we're gonna come back to that. That's when you're gonna review. That's a powerful section. Step 3 is to plug them into your weekly habit tracker. This is sort of a magical part that I get excited about because you can see your progress all laid out in front of you. Taking a look at the weekly habit tracker, you're gonna take the 2 to 3 habits that supported your main goal. So using our weight loss goal, for example, we're gonna take our habits from that, the water goal, the being active for at least 30 minutes, and the food prepping once a week, and we're gonna enter them in as tasks in our weekly habit tracker. After you get your column filled with your supporting habits, it's really comprehensive to use. Like Monday, if you hit your water goal, you fill your little tile in. If you were active for 30 plus minutes, you could write in what you did, or you could put like a check mark, or you could color. That's one thing that I love about this tracker, is that you could get as much out of it as you want. Like you could use it as like quiet you time and like really get into it and get creative. Or if you're just here to like, I need to get this done, I want to make sure that this gets done. If it's just a checkbox for you, and if that works for you, that's terrific. But I see this being so many different things for so many people. I'm excited about it. I know I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm excited about it. Okay, the next important step, very important step, put a reminder at the bottom of this to do your review at the end of the week. So mine's on Sunday. When it ends, I just go back and I look at those questions at the bottom of my goal page where it says, did you meet your goal? And I say yes or no. How do you feel? What surprised you? And what habits and rituals are working? So we're always trying to improve on our plan. And just as important as doing the reminder to check in each week, it also helps to set yourself up for success, to set up your habit tracker for the next week. So like I'll pre-write in, my water goal, the food prep goal, 30 plus minutes, so I try to get that ready for the next week as well. The bonus sections, I have a special bonus assignment for you to add one more habit to your habit tracker, and that is to complete one tile each on the gratitude page and the self-love page. That way you have something cool to look back on when you need inspiration. Another bonus feature, there are coloring affirmations. So like I said, you can take what you want from this book. You could use it for chill time to kind of quiet your mind and do some coloring, or you could bust it out and get it done. Either way, I think both options are definitely serving you and getting you progress. I also want to give you an example that's not necessarily fitness or health related, just to kind of show you how versatile this is. So let's say I want to learn how to play one song on the guitar by 3 months. So what would I need to accomplish that? That's my big scary goal. How do I break that down into 2 to 3 digestible habits? So let's see. For sure, I'd probably want to practice at least 15 minutes a day. What else? I'd probably want to go to lessons once a week, practice every day, and honestly, I'd probably record myself once a week too. So record myself, go to lessons once a week, and practice 15 minutes a day. So I would take those 3 things and put them in the habit column of your habit tracker, and that way it's all laid out for you for the whole week. Woo! Okay. Let's apply this to pole fitness. Imagine that. So if inverting is our main goal, our supporting habits could be building up strength and conditioning on the floor, and then gradually building up strength to be able to actually practice your inverts every day. So I'd almost break that one up into stages, because you don't want to practice outside of your skill level. You want to work up to it. So I would say start with conditioning and strength building off the pole on the floor first. You'd want some sort of lesson or instructor to teach you, so probably lessons once a week. So far we've got strength and conditioning and lessons once a week. What else supports our goal? We definitely want to include some sort of recovery, so we want some rest time, some stretching, anything that supports and aids in our recovery time. That way we bounce back quicker and can get back to work. So if we're looking at the habit tracker section, when we put in our habits in the column, you're gonna see strength and conditioning, you're gonna have lessons once a week, and then you're gonna have recovery time and options for that.
Be nice to yourself. The point isn't to be perfect, it's to keep finding what works for you.
There are also robots taking over the planet. Okay. You should have a bunch filled and all. That no good. That no good.